So I'm doing Cleopatra, and this is one thing that you might not know, but maybe you can. Cleopatra was not an Egyptian. She was a Macedonian Greek. Many people think that she was an Asian queen, but she didn't actually live the days of the pharaohs. Everything we know was written by Cleopatra's enemies. Cleopatra the Queen. Cleopatra was 18 years old when she became Queen of Egypt, but she ruled with her brother Ptolemy XIII, who was only 10 years old. She raised an army of Syrians and prepared war against her brother. But before the war started, it was interrupted by the arrival in Alexandria of Julius Caesar, the most powerful man in Rome. Life with Julius Caesar. She fell in love with Julius Caesar, but Julius was 50 years old. Caesar was enjoying his time in Alexandria so much that he stayed. They had a child together named Ptolemy Caesar, whom she called Caesarion. The Romans didn't want Caesar become king, so they killed him. Cleopatra returned to Alexandria. Life with Mark Antony. Mark Antony, who was now one of the most powerful men in Rome, went to Egypt and met Cleopatra too. They liked each other, so they got married. Over 10 years later, they had 3 children. Their names were Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene, who were twins. The youngest child was Ptolemy Philadelphus. The Battle of Actium. There was a war. The war was called the Battle of Actium. Mark Antony and Cleopatra lost the war. The winner was Octavian, the adopted son of Julius Caesar. After the war, someone told Mark Antony that Cleopatra was dead, but it was really a lie. Mark Antony drew his sword and killed himself. They had a funeral. Cleopatra wished only to join Mark Antony in death. Cleopatra wrote a letter to Octavian. It said, "Put me in the same tomb as Mark Antony." After she sent the letter, she asked her servants for a bolt of snakes to bite her. That's how she died. She only lived 39 years. This is a timeline. In 331 BC, Alexander the Great conquered part of Egypt and named his new capital Alexandria. 69 BC, Cleopatra was born. 51 BC, Cleopatra became Queen of Egypt. 48 BC, Julius Caesar arrived in Alexandria. This is a stone statue of Julius Caesar. 45 BC, Cleopatra joined Caesar in Rome. 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated. Cleopatra returned to Egypt. 42 BC, Mark Antony met Cleopatra in Alexandria. This is Mark Antony. 37 BC, Mark Antony and Cleopatra were married. 31 BC, Mark Antony and Cleopatra lost the Battle of Actium to Octavian Caesar. 30 BC, Cleopatra dies at the age of 39. And this is a map of Egypt, and this is the Roman Empire. All the ones with colors are the Roman Empire, and it's in Latin.
We have questions for Miss Sofia.
Faye.
Is Cleopatra your favorite person?
Well, one of them. Alexander. At my house, I found Alexandria on a globe, and I said, Mom, why is it called Alexandria? And she said, it's because Alexander the Great called it Alexandria because he ruled that place, I think. Yeah. Why did you choose this person? Because I wanted to do Julius Caesar, but then we couldn't find any books. But since I knew Cleopatra, Julius Caesar and Cleopatra liked each other, so that's why I did Cleopatra. Gabriel.
What is your favorite thing about her? What made you choose her? What's your favorite thing about her?
Well, my favorite thing about her is that she has so many interesting things in her life.
En français, Cléopâtre en français.
Pourquoi quelqu'un a dit à Marc Anthony que Cléopâtre était mort?
Parce que il ne voulait pas Marc Anthony. Et aussi c'est parce que je crois sur le mot bouclier, elle a caché dedans le chose où tu mets les personnes qui sont mortes.
Le sarcophage.
Oui, le sarcophage. Lucas.
Est-ce que tu as dit qu'elle n'était pas l'Égyptien?
Oui, elle n'est pas.
Et ça, c'était très intéressant pour moi.
Et pour moi aussi. Tu peux nous montrer où elle est née sur la carte, s'il te plaît? Tu as dit elle vient d'où?
Elle vient de Alexandria et elle est un Macédonien grec.
D'accord. Est-ce que tu vois où c'est?
Non. C'est pas, ça c'est Roman Empire.
Ah, c'est l'Empire romain,
C'est
d'accord.
là.
Ok.
Je sais pas.
D'accord.
C'est-
Est-ce qu'elle est devenue égyptienne?
Faye.
What kind of snake bit her?
Random snakes.
Poison?
Yeah,
Poison?
poison snakes, random snakes. Like they just got for her. Tis-toi.
Why did the snake bite her?
Because she wanted to be with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar, and she liked Mark Antony, so she wanted to be with him.
So
And the snake
she thought that if she died, she could be with them in heaven or whatever she believed in.
En français?
Justine. Et pourquoi tu voulais faire cette personne et sur la carte tout en bas, c'est quoi le jaune? Je voulais faire Cléopâtre parce que il avait Julius Caesar et je voulais faire Julius Caesar mais j'avais pas un livre. Et la carte en bas, le jaune, c'est ça? Oui. C'est les choses que c'est pas Roman Empire.
Qui ne font pas partie de l'Empire romain. D'accord? Tu peux montrer? Montre.
Quoi?
Ce qui ne fait pas partie de la... Voilà.
Tout jaune là.
C'est ça? C'était ça ta question? Ils n'ont pas eu le temps de continuer la conquête. Conquérir, avoir plus de choses, plus de pays.
Okay, let's do one more.
Ella, what type of religion was she? Was she Greek? Yeah, she was like Greek, so she believed in Greek gods and Greek myths.
Okay. One more. Go ahead.
Is there like a special language in Egypt that they
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, like Ptolemy, they say with a P, like really hard P, and then Ptolemy,
Oh.
like that, and like they do, like they speak like that.
So is it Latin or Greek, do you know?
They're So they speak Greek, but they learn Latin.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they understand each other.
Okay. Great. Okay. What do we do for Greek for science? Everybody, you can ask the other questions. You can ask at recess. Okay. Nice work.